Evening, everyone. I'm Deborah Sternberg, chair of the Young Entrepreneurs Academy of Baton Rouge. I hear we have more people coming, so I will start because really what you're here to hear are the pitches from our amazing student CEOs. Before we get to their presentations, I wanted to introduce a few people to you. So the Young Entrepreneurs Academy, this is our 6th year, and we have been hosted here at the LSU E.J. Uso College of Business each year. We come here and we have these amazing facilities, amazing classrooms, and I want to thank Dean Lorenz for his continued support of YEABR. Dean, I would ask you to come up and say a couple of words of welcome to our crowd.
Thank you so much. As Deborah said, I'm Jared Lorenz. I'm Dean of the College of Business here, but couldn't be more delighted to have you all here. This is truly one of the highlights of the year for us. I view all of the participants in YEA as really the future of this community. And as a Baton Rouge native, this is special to me that the College of Business is able to participate and give back in this way. So on behalf of the College of Business, welcome to everybody here. For those College of Business alums that are back, welcome. We always love to have you back in the college. So with that, I just want to hand it back over and thank you all again for being here.
Thank you, Dean Lorenz. So the Young Entrepreneurs Academy is a program of the Baton Rouge Area Chamber. So with that, I'd like to introduce Anne Trappe, who's the interim CEO of BRAC, to say a word of welcome. Anne.
Thanks. Well, welcome to all of y'all. The small part, really, that BRAC plays with the YEA is not nearly as significant and as important as what y'all do every day and the mentors who help. The folks who are going to be doing their pitches this evening, y'all are the young leaders, y'all are the people of the future and the potential change makers for Baton Rouge. So good luck to all of y'all. Have fun.
Thank you, Anna. Mayor President Sharon Weston Broome has been at this community pitch all 6 years. She is a champion of young people. She is a champion of entrepreneurship and small business. Mayor, thank you for taking the time, especially on your anniversary, to be with us this evening. Happy anniversary, and come say a few words.
Thank you, Deb, and good evening, everyone. I am so delighted not to break the record of not being here because these young people mean so much to our future here. When I talk about Baton Rouge, I say that one of our strengths is that we have a strong entrepreneurial spirit. And I love the fact that we're nurturing that spirit with our young people, celebrating them, giving them an opportunity to share their innovative and creative business plans. And I look forward to seeing you all on the front page of some big business magazine in the future. But we are so thankful for you all, so happy for you all, and we believe that your future is extremely bright. So know that this city celebrates you, and we want to make sure that your success is inevitable. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I want to give a particular shout out to Community Coffee. This community pitch is given by members of our community, our students, CEOs, for our community, all of you, and Community Coffee invests $25,000 into these student businesses. So thank you to Community Coffee. Not only for investing in our students, but for the delicious drinks in the back, so have some coffee whenever you would like. Thank you, community. Citigroup Hospitality has donated the food for this evening. I hope that you are enjoying it. If you didn't have a chance to grab some, students, you can have it at break, but do indulge, and thank you to Citigroup Hospitality for the delicious food. When you entered, you were likely greeted by one of our many steering committee members who are here tonight. These are community leaders, education leaders, people who believe in the future of our young people. Thank you to our steering committee, a great group of people, for being here and for supporting the Young Entrepreneurs Academy of Baton Rouge. So I want to tell you a couple of things about the YEA experience so you have a grounding in what these students have been doing since September. They are led by 3 fantastic instructors who are all here tonight. Dr. Davis from the LSU E.J. Uso College of Business, Kevin Lyle, who's an entrepreneur and has started many businesses here in Baton Rouge, and Chris Toombs from Helix Mentorship Academy. They start in September. This cohort comes from 14 different high schools. They're all 9th through 12th grade students from 14 different high schools from 4 parishes. So they don't really know each other. And so we spend a good amount of time in the first 9 weeks getting to know each other and grounding ourselves in the fundamentals of business. The class is taught here at the College of Business in classrooms, by our instructors. We bring in guest speakers virtually every week. So depending on the topic, whether it's niche marketing or presentation skills or more presentation skills or intellectual property, they are introduced to people from our community who have expertise that they can lean on for the rest of their lives. We also go on mini field trips. So Nexus, Louisiana is always one of our first because they can meet entrepreneurs and hear their success and some of the bumps in the road that they have faced, with the hope that our student CEOs learn from their experiences and grow. They visited Marucci, obviously an amazing story here in Baton Rouge, and they have more field trips on the way. This group got to meet with Todd Graves and ask him questions about his journey in entrepreneurship and growing Raising Cane's. They also were able to ask questions here in this rotunda of area executives at the CEO Roundtable back in January. So they started their public speaking back in January, where they were able to ask questions and leaning on many mentors who I see in the crowd tonight. Each business, so there are 20 companies being launched tonight, each business was assigned a business mentor and a financial mentor to help guide them through writing an actual business plan. I think when we deliver the packets or binders to the judges, you know, they're about this big, and I hope we don't scare judges too much, but they get to look at all of the business plans and all the financials for every business. We also pair every company up with a professional graphic designer, and I see some of our designers in the audience here. Thank you so much for being here. You really help bring these companies to life. The brands that you see on your programs and on the signage, they were done with the influenced and guided by our student CEOs and then brought to life by our graphic designers. This is not a simulation. So these students have actually filed these businesses with the Secretary of State's office. Now in our 6th year, we've had over 100 high school students file over 120 companies in the state of Louisiana. That is really impressive, and we're very, very proud of these students. They have been practicing a lot for tonight. A lot, right? Yes, they're so ready to present. But they have been practicing a lot. We bring in folks from the community so they can get a sense of what tonight will be when they're getting live Q&A. And you know, their job the last 6 weeks or so has been really practicing and honing their presentation for tonight. And that's where we are tonight. It doesn't end tonight. Graduation is April 25th. That's a Thursday. You'll want to be here. We'll talk about it later. But at graduation, they not only receive a certificate of entrepreneurship, but because we are creating this pipeline into the LSU College of Business, they are all eligible for 3 credits from the College of Business if they decide to enroll at LSU after high school. So here we are at the community pitch. Let me tell you a little bit about the funding and the flow. So the students each have 3 minutes, and they'll be timed, 3 minutes to pitch their business, and the judges will then have 2.5 minutes to ask questions. The students don't know the questions, and so this will be a live Q&A with the judges. After the 20th company is pitched, the judges will leave this room. All of you will network. Hopefully the students have their business cards so you can introduce yourselves and hear their elevator pitches and just talk with them. They'll, I think, want food. But the judges will leave and for about 30 minutes deliberate, figuring out how much seed funding each business will receive. Each business will receive some level of seed funding. So the judges will leave, figure that out, come back, and then we'll announce the seed funding. The seed award, so the funds are used for startup expenses. They're held for 1 year by the Academy, and the Academy pays costs through an expense reimbursement model, which we'll talk through again as a class next week. The judges will also determine which business best represents our region. Remember, we have 4 parishes represented. So which business best represents our region? And the Young Entrepreneurs Academy will fly one team with their parent or guardian up to Rochester, New York, where they will have an opportunity to pitch at a national competition for additional funding, additional scholarships, and other awards. So now, let's get down to business. I'd like to introduce our judges to you. Keith Tillage, owner of Tillage Construction. Leah Harrington, Chief Brand Officer, Community Coffee. Michelle Hardy, Director of Public Affairs, Turner Industries. Mo Vij, President, CEO, and Chief Software Architect, 365 Labs. Patrick Veluzzo, President and CEO, Citigroup Hospitality. And Rose Hudson, President and CEO, Louisiana Lottery Company. Let's give a round for our judges. And our MC tonight is Clay Young, owner of Clay Young Enterprises, host of The Clay Young Show. And with that, Clay, I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you. Y'all, let's give Deborah a round of applause. So, last year was my very first year attending this event, and I ended up being the MC, and I got the perspective of both the spectator and the master of ceremonies. And I can tell you this, that a city's greatest 2 assets are its potential and its young people, and so often those things intersect. Tonight, you will get an opportunity to see both, some of our best and brightest, and a glimpse into the future of Louisiana and specifically the Capital Region. So before they start, let's give them a round of applause. Y'all ready? I've heard about the exhaustive practices. So let's start.